All right, let's talk about your resume for a second. We all have one, right? That static piece of paper with a list of our old jobs. But in a world that runs on data and real, tangible results, is that list really enough to show what you're capable of? Today, we're going to look at how to build a professional portfolio that doesn't just say what you've done, it proves it. And to make this real, we're going to use a fantastic case study. This quote right here, it's from the professional profile of a guy named Venkat Padamsetti. Notice it's not a job title, it's a mission. Leveraging technology to transform healthcare. Boom. Instantly you know what this person is all about. That's the kind of clarity that really grabs your attention. Now, a mission statement is just words, right? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. This profile immediately backs it up with cold, hard numbers. First up, a 20% budget increase. Just think about that for a second. That single number tells a huge story about trust, influence, and success. It's not a claim, it's proof. But the story doesn't stop there. It's not just about growth, it's also about efficiency. Next, a 30% reduction in administrative time. I mean, who wouldn't want that? This shows an ability to streamline how things work and make a real impact on day-to-day operations. And to round it all out, it highlights engagement with a 25% increase in survey capture. This is huge. It proves you can connect with people and improve the quality of data, which is absolutely critical for any analyst. So you see, when you put them all together, these aren't just numbers. They're little stories of success. So here's the key takeaway. Together, these three data points create an immediate, powerful snapshot of impact. In just a few seconds, you totally get it. This person delivers results you can actually measure. It's way more compelling than reading some long, boring paragraph about job responsibilities, isn't it? Which, of course, leads us to the big question. How do you do this? How can you take your own accomplishments and turn them into this kind of clear, data-driven story? How do you build a profile that truly communicates your value? So let's pull back the curtain and break this thing down. We're going to deconstruct this portfolio to really understand the what, the core components that make it so effective. And it really just boils down to these three things. First, you need a clear mission that says what you're all about. Second, you got to have quantifiable results that prove your impact. And third, a quick, easy-to-scan snapshot of your key skills. These three pillars are what builds your professional story. And this slide right here is a perfect illustration of that third point. The skills aren't buried in some paragraph. Nope. They're presented in a clean, super easy-to-read list. You can see the tech stack at a glance: SQL, Python, Power BI, and even project management stuff like Prince 2. It's instant validation. Okay, so we've covered the what. But now for what I think is the most interesting part of all this, the how. What kind of powerful, sophisticated platform was used to build this dynamic, data-rich, and visually clean portfolio? You're probably thinking it's a custom website or some fancy portfolio builder, maybe some high-end design software. The answer is actually a lot more accessible and, for a lot of people, pretty unexpected. That's right, GitHub, the platform that's known as the home for software developers and all their code. It's a surprising choice, but it is an incredibly powerful one. And here's the magic behind it. The entire site is built with something called GitHub Pages. It's a free feature that basically takes one of your project folders, what they call a repository, and just turns it into a live website. It connects the polished final product that you see with all the work underneath. So this really begs the question. Why would you use a platform that was designed for code to build your professional brand? What makes it so effective, besides, being free? Well, this slide lays out the shift perfectly. A traditional CV is static. It's frozen in time. A GitHub portfolio is dynamic. You can update it constantly. A CV lists your duties. A portfolio can link directly to the projects where you actually did that stuff. But here's the most important part. A CV claims you have skills. A GitHub portfolio proves it. So it's really time to reframe how we think about GitHub. It's not just a place to store code. It's a living, breathing platform where you can showcase your work, demonstrate your process, and really tell your professional story in a way that's constantly evolving. And the tools are all built right in. You can use projects to create a board showing what you're working on. Actions can showcase how you automate workflows. Even the issues section, which is normally for tracking bugs, can be used to show how you collaborate with other people to solve problems. It's a complete 360-degree view of your capabilities that a simple PDF could never, ever offer.
All right, let's bring all this together. We've seen a really powerful example, we've deconstructed its key parts, and we've uncovered the tool used to build it. So how do you apply this to your own career?
If you remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. It's about a fundamental shift in your mindset. You have to move away from passively listing your job history and start actively demonstrating your value and your impact with real, tangible proof. So, I'll leave you with this thought. Your career is not just a list of jobs on a page. It's a story. It's a story of problem solved, value created, and skills you've mastered. The only question left is, how are you going to tell it?